Hello, Scorpio. Thank you very much for tuning in to this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Grand Lux by Ciro Marchetti. Website for Ciro is, hopefully I can get that in focus, usgamesinc.com. Feel free to check that out if you want to. Supportive Oracle cards, Magical Spell cards by Lucy Cavendish. Website on the back here is hayhouse.com. Hopefully you can get that. If you want to see it, hopefully you can freeze frame and check it out. Hayhouse.com. I don't know if that current website is still active, but if you use a search engine and look up Hay House, I'm pretty confident they're still active. Okay. Scorpio. Ooh. Well, let's get the rest of these cards down first before. Okay, let's get some more. Let's get these cards down first. Oh, holy crap. Is this a Sunshine Rainbows thing? What's going on? Okay. Like you're getting, they're tarot cards though. Like not every tarot card is a good tarot card. Well, you know what I mean. Not everyone is going to be fun and joy, but let me tell you. Something feels good here. You seem to be very happy with what's going on here. We've just come out of a really good season with somebody. Very happy with somebody. Yeah, the Sun card is the past, and like this is where something was or will be again. Maybe will be again. I'm getting, when I see the Sun card, I feel seasons. I feel like this is something that goes in seasons. And I'm very happy with how things have been going. And we're going into another season soon. You got the Lover's card right in the center. But what's coming right after it seems to actually not upset you in any way. It's not a bad card. But the Tower card is telling me there's some type of quick change. Something is changing. And it seems like it's changing literally to your liking. Kind of like, I've been very happy with the situation, and it's been great. But it's like, I feel like you're ready for things to change. It's kind of like, maybe things have gotten a little stagnant or like a little bit too predictable. And it's kind of like, I'm very happy with that, but I do feel like they need to change. I feel like this this Earth energy, which is the Knight of Pentacles, Knight of Coins, all the same, Earth, Earth, Earth. I need it to change. I feel like it's getting a little stagnant. It's feeling a little stale to me. And it's just like right at the perfect time. It's kind of like, I don't know how to explain this. It's like I was very comfortable with the way it was, with the stability it had. I was just starting to think maybe it should change. Boom, now it's changing. It seems to be perfect timing. I feel like it's perfect timing. To you, it seems also very random, but very welcome. I feel like it's very welcome. It's a general read, take it with a grain of salt. But I'm also getting the Success card, the Six of Wands, kind of like this is exactly what I want to happen. This is exactly where I want this to go. Perfect timing. I was happy, starting to think maybe it's time for a change. Boom, there it goes. Your card, the Death card, that's the Scorpio card, but it's like, you are like, the fact that this is taking a different turn right now at this moment, I can't believe how well it fits. Because you definitely are a water sign, but like you're the water sign that's I feel like the most comfortable with change. Kind of like, yeah, you know, things are going to change. I'm ready for it. Things go fast, but things are very passionate, and you're like, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for it to happen. The energy is just like, it's like a bulldozer, or not a bulldozer. It's like, I think a tidal wave is better to say. Maybe a tidal wave or something where it's just boof. Like boof. Can you get a little bit more clarity on Scorpio's standpoint? 6 of Fire, success, we know that. You're not changing, the situation is changing. You got the Hierophant for where you're standing, which is kind of like the opposite of your energy. It's not bad, but it's kind of like where you're standing, what you feel, what you want, hasn't really changed. But the fact that the landscape is changing for you is more adaptable for where you want things, where you wanted things to go anyway. It's kind of like, yeah, I wanted that to go there anyway, so this kind of works. I don't know if I gave it a lot of thought before this moment, before things changed and that tower hit. I don't know if I overthought it really. I just kind of maybe gave it a little smidget of a thought once in a great while. you know. And then when this happened, I'm like, hey, actually, perfect. That's where I want this to go. This does not change what I wanted. It's just maybe bringing it more to the forefront. Kind of like, now that this is happening, I can have more of what I actually want here anyway. I just didn't put a lot of thought into it before, thinking, I don't know, I didn't see the opportunity for it, so I just didn't overthink it. I just kind of like, well, and I just kind of moved on from the thought. Now that this has gone in line the way I want it, this is good. Things aren't bad. Even though that tower's hitting, it's aligning things for other people in a good way. It's kind of like, no, this needs to happen. I don't see people really fighting against the change. It's kind of like the tower, it's almost like, well, we knew the tower wasn't right, so we'd been moving stuff out of it for the last couple years anyway. People knew that the tower wasn't right. It's kind of like you knew, I don't know. I don't know if people knew the tower was going to come down or the situation was going to do what it did, but they knew that they didn't want to be a part of it at some point or something like that. It seems like they're in line and they were already preparing to move on from it anyway. Is it really that? This is very sunshine rainbows. It just seems like it. Justice and the Knight of Swords. I don't know. They didn't want it anyway. I don't know. Whatever went on with this tower card, because it's usually the tower falls and there's a bit of upset with it, right? But I'm also getting this attitude with, maybe this is why. I'm getting this image of like, I can't remember what deck it is. I want to say it's the Witch's Tarot, one of the Witch's Tarot. I think there's a couple different ones. Where you see the person over to the side kind of like looking at you, kind of like, yeah, that tower fell, and guess who pulled the last brick so it would? Guess I was sick of waiting for it to fall, so I kicked it over. That might be this person. So they might not be that upset because they triggered it. They might have triggered that tower. It's very interesting that I'm seeing it with the Ten of Cups, because I feel like to them, they're like, oh, this solidified what I wanted even better over here. I was ready for it to fall in. I was ready. I kicked it in. I was sick of waiting for it, so I kicked it. Justice, Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords especially, like, it may not be physical motion, but it might be verbal motion that they took to make things go to the next phase. I think that's why whatever you're dealing with, if it seems like other people should be upset, they're not going to be. And if you're wondering, like, why aren't they? Because they kind of triggered it. I think they triggered it. They knew it was coming, and they're like, enough of it. Let's just let it happen. Now, the Justice card shows up over here. The Justice sometimes talks to Libra, and it's kind of making me think of the scales. This is the other card that has the scales. It also makes me think of Libra. It doesn't have to mean anybody Libra related is a part of this, but it's just kind of like this is what needs to happen for things to move forward. Somebody wanted out of this situation, and when that tower fell, again, I think they triggered it, and I think they wanted out. So it's just kind of like they were hoping that this would happen, and it worked out the way they wanted to. When they move on, it gets them out of your way. I don't see you or them having a problem with this outcome. I just don't. It's just very, especially for the tower happening, like this is quite, easy. Not for nothing, it feels kind of easy, kind of like, especially for the tower. Especially when when you think of the tower, like if nobody gets hurt, there's still a mess afterwards. But like I still see your energy to me looks at this like all the rubble and kind of like, hey, we can use that for other stuff. I'll take that rubble. In fact, I'll clean it up if you let me have it. And you're like, okay, I'll clean up the rubble. I'll take the rubble. Let me have the rubble, and I'll put it where I want it to, and then we can use this spot where a better way. We'll use this spot a better way. So you're like, I don't even have a problem cleaning it up. I don't even care. If I can do what I want with it, sure, I'll clean it up as long as I can do what I want with it. Whatever. It's cool. It's good. It's great. You were like right on point with this. You're like on fire. You're like on fire. On fire. I don't know. I'm getting some type of accent here for a minute. People are getting right out of your way. There's a little bit of diplomacy at some point. People are holding... it's a little bit of a poker hand going on here. There is some diplomacy coming in. I get that this Eight of Pentacles is like we got to work some things out a little bit. But ultimately, if you realize, which hopefully this reading is helping you with that the other, whoever else you're dealing with, they want to get away from it. I do feel like they triggered it. I really do. I don't know how that's going to factor in, but I feel like if you know what the other person really wants, I feel like you can both. I feel like you can help facilitate you and them getting what you ultimately want, because there's some work going on here to be diplomatic. But I feel like the more you know, the stronger you are, the easier this works out. It does seem like it's more on your shoulders to carry this off more effectively, kind of like, all right, maybe we can't talk about it. Maybe they're not going to be in the forefront about, triggering this situation. Maybe they're not going to be in the forefront that they actually do want to walk away from it. They're not going to verbally say it. They may not admit it publicly, but if you know that that's like, okay, I can see where they probably did trigger it, and it does look like they were kind of ready for this. It looks like they do want out. So if I just kind of set this up to get what I want and make it easier for them, to move on the way they want, there's a good chance that everybody can be happy here and it doesn't have to be a struggle. The more you know, the more you set it up in that type of atmosphere, that type of energy, kind of like you know what they want, you just kind of like, you set it up for what you want and you set it up so it easily makes what they want happen too. It's just really smooth. It's like, it's so precise. It just goes, it's smooth, precise, easy. Especially when I think of Scorpio, if y'all don't want to say something, you're not going to say anything, so you can keep secrets like nobody's business. I've heard somebody say before that Scorpio's secrets have secrets. Like, even your secrets have secrets. Whatever that means. This will move on a lot quicker, and you will be very, very happy with how it works out. Try to be on good terms with this person, but not ridiculous. So when I say good terms, like whatever good terms are respectful for the situation, whatever that means. Try to stay on good terms where you can. If this is somebody you normally don't get along with, just try to not create discord. Don't pretend like you're best buddies. Like, obviously that's just foolish. But like, if we could not snipe at each other or not be whatever, the more you can pull it back and just kind of like let them go. Something else comes in after that. The more positive this ends, the better something else comes in after that. It just seems like a question mark to me. Is there anything else I can say about the Fool with the passion? Because once they're gone, I don't know. Two of Cups and the Temperance card. Temperance is a little random, but a lot of good luck. Two of Cups is something else good is going to come in. When this goes, something else comes in quite quickly. But I feel like we got to let them go. Whatever needs to go, let it go. Once it's gone, something else fits right in, not an issue. That's what I got. I'm going to let it be there. All right, I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. If you're interested in the donation information, that's below with the same email. Thank you for watching, and have a great day.